It's time to take a step back in time. Back when Ikumi Nakamura walked out on stage for a minute and a half and proved once and for all why women will never make it in game dev. The instant this woman got any kind of positive attention whatsoever for putting out her mid-game, Tokyo Ghostwire, she quit her job and started becoming like an e-celeb, e-grifter, right? She became like a social media Instagram thought, basically, because she got so much positive attention for her game that a social media career suddenly looked viable to her. So she quit, never produced anything else, and for some inexplicable reason, this broad keeps showing up in my news feeds, keeps showing up in YouTube videos. Went on the Game Award show, I think twice, right? Like again, this woman has kind of become like the face of female devs and games, and yet hasn't produced anything of value, right? Tokyo Ghostwire was a joke. Anything she produces after this will be a joke, right? Well, no, she's not going to produce anything. Is the entire point? Is that she's going around like LARPing as a game dev, like taking all the resources that she did have and just throwing to the side. She was like trained by Shinji Mikami himself. She was uh, head of a project at Tango Gameworks, and like she threw it all away for a social media career, right? Like because actually making a game would take work, right? This is why she was never gonna make it. Is that like the instant like she became popular, the instant she became famous, right? A minute and a half of relevancy, like she dropped everything to be a social media. Like again, this is really, really, really common with female professionals, right? Like there's nothing you can do to keep like younger, attractive women, well, mid women, from like dropping everything to become social media stars if they get like a sliver of attention online, right? Because that's their default. That is like the most appealing career path to them is just being like an influencer, right? No other career is going to be as alluring to a woman as an influencer. Well, career, quote unquote. Influencers aren't careers, but you know what I mean, right? Like again, like the idea of making money by just being yourself is like this really appealing thing for them, right? So like, you don't have to work, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to like listen to customers or like improve your craft or do anything. Like just post a picture sometimes of you doing something or interviewing one of your simps, like people like Hideki Kamiya, like just do that. Don't actually make video games. Don't actually do anything with your life, right? Like it was like I've always, 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 always been very outspoken about this person and everybody who like enabled her bullshit because she really is like the modern day Jade Raymond, right? Jade like had nothing to do with Assassin's Creed. Like she was just pushed to the forefront of like the game development cycle to hype it up. Ubisoft knew like having a pretty girl like marketing the game and promoting it and stuff like that. That would be like a huge thing for them, right? They innovated this kind of practice, right? And so like people lapped it up, and that led to like the most cancerous video game franchise ever, in my opinion, in Assassin's Creed, right? Like, and again, like I don't think, although Tokyo Ghostwire was not nearly as like prevalent or like relevant in like any way, shape, or form, like it's still the same general idea. Like, why do we care about this below average Japanese chick? Like, what? Why do we even like know her name? Right? Like, what has she done? Is my thinking on this? Uh, to me, I never want to see her again. I don't want to like see people talking about her or like seeing her posts on Twitter or like seeing like Jeff Keighley have her on stage at the Game Awards. Like, what has she done? Like besides this stupid like no, like she's not funny, she's not cute, she's not interesting. Like, get her out of my face and throw a real Nintendo developer in the spotlight.